revolutionizing the way people treat people in business. The Experience Pros, America's home for positive business talk.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. This is America's home for positive business talk. We're thankful that you are tuned in right now. If you want to join our conversation, the phone lines are open 303-632-4160, 303-632-4160. What color is your company? That's right, you heard me correctly. What color is your company? Think about this. Harnessing the power of color in branding and advertising is more important now than ever. First impressions are important. Would you agree? I think it's safe to say that it takes less than 90 seconds for a person to form their initial opinions when interacting with a new product and or brand. Up to 90% of that assessment is based on color alone, according to Sarah Haney, who is a writer for allbusiness.com. She says, what role does color play in communicating key branding messages to consumers? And how can businesses use color effectively to influence purchasing decisions? Well, the psychology behind color is a complicated subject. And there's countless attempts to define the effects of color on consumer choices. And it goes without saying that attitudes to color are subjective, right? You may feel differently about it than I do, based on an individual's experience, preference, and upbringing. Does red signify youthful energy or danger? Or is it the color of passion? In the West, pink is primarily recognized as a feminine color, whilst in Japan, pink has masculine associations. I did not know that. Pink cherry blossoms represent fallen warriors in Japan. So much depends upon the context and the placement of the color, as well as an individual's previous experiences of that color. And it may not be as easy as pigeonholing specific colors to evoking specific emotions. There's some important messaging patterns that we can learn simply by examining color perceptions. Lesson number 1, color makes a brand recognizable. Let's think about that for just a minute. Red color, Coca-Cola, right? They've got the trademarked red color that they use. And it's been so successful that it even rebranded one of the Western world's most famous characters, Santa Claus. And Santa only started wearing red once Coca-Cola got its hands on him. I did not know that either. Studies have shown that our brains prefer immediately recognizable brands with strong branding eliciting strong activity within our brains. While there's no right color for any particular type of brand identity, what is important is gauging consumers' response to our color appropriateness. Do the colors used depict a brand fit well for what's being sold, or is it a little bit out of sorts? So here's what we do. Lesson number 2, vibrancy and contrast dictate viewer response. The tone and vibrancy of colors can dictate the way in which viewer engages with and responds to your brand. Bright, vibrant colors, more energetic and stimulating, more likely to evoke a strong response and reactions from various viewers. McDonald's famously uses those strong primary shades of red and yellow to evoke bold energy, fun, and excitement. On the other hand, softer, darker, and more neutral tones tend to relax the viewer. The less vibrant shades enable the viewer to process more information, ideal for products and websites that are heavy into information. What color is your company? High contrast colors are more likely to grab consumers' attention. That's why the sales signage often adopts that instantly recognizable white font on a bright red background. High contrast color combinations and patterns can be very effective at encouraging consumer action. For example, using an accent color like red for calls to action has been proven to be more successful in boosting website conversions. Lesson number 3, and this is going to come as no surprise to anyone, men and women favor different colors. Okay? Generally speaking, certain colors tend to be more popular with specific genders. If you're targeting an all-male or all-female audience, it's helpful to understand the different trends of color preference between men and women. Blue is the most popular color amongst both genders, but particularly so for men. Women favor shades of purple, red, and green, and men favor black or green. The least popular colors are amongst men are brown, yellow, and white, while the least popular colors amongst women are gray, white, yellow, and brown. So give you some kind of background on where the thought process of a man or a woman is when it comes to the relatability of the colors. There's power in recognizing established coloring trends. For instance, highly recognizable color trends in the Western branding comes like this. Blue, commonly associated with trust and loyalty. Think online banking or PayPal. Black, luxury brands like Hotel Chocolat or Burberry or Rolls-Royce, to name a few, use black to successfully communicate sophistication and timeless class. Green, for its obvious associations with nature, green is often used to communicate environmental concerns. As such, companies that want to highlight their environmental responsibility often incorporate green into their branding. That makes sense to me. So, what color is your company? Are you, is there blue in your logo? Do you have, imagery that you use on a regular basis that is blue in nature so that you can be commonly associated with trust and loyalty? Interesting here, I didn't see anything on orange or white or yellows, and our logo has a spectrum from, orange through the reds into the yellows, and then kind of merges with the blues. So kind of an interesting thought process there. What color is your company? Whatever it is, hopefully it is attracting not just a first glance, but a second glance. Or sometimes it's just time to revamp things. Don't revamp all the way out of your color sphere, though, because you probably experience an element of trust, that same trust that we've been talking about through the whole show, that you probably cross that with the colors that you're using, and to flush it all would be a mistake. Wow, time flies when you're having fun, and we have had more fun than we really should today. Thank you for tuning in, Miss Sally. We love having you listening to the program. Thanks for checking us out here on Facebook Live. We're going to take a quick break. We will see you tomorrow, though, at the opportunity for a new Experience Pros Network.
You're listening to the